In this video, we are going to derive the sine-of-a-sum identity. Let's first start with one of our previous formulas, which is the cosine of a difference. So we're going to use cosine. Let's take a sine and let's turn it into something that looks like the difference of a cosine. So let's go ahead and take. Let's start off by saying that we're going to use theta, and that's going to equal u plus v. So that'll be the sum of two. So we'll take the sine of theta, and we're going to use one of our cofunction identities, and we're going to say that the sine of theta is going to be equal to the cosine of pi over 2 minus theta. So we're going to say cosine of pi over 2 minus theta. All right. And now we're going to say that theta is u plus v. So we're going to get that this is the cosine of pi over 2 minus u plus v. Okay. So that means that we are next going to, now let's incorporate this into the formula above. So we're going to say that we have the cosine of, let's just rewrite it real quick, of pi over 2 minus u minus v. And that can be rewritten as, now we'll use the formula above. So that's going to be cosine of pi over 2 minus u times the cosine of v. And then we'll do plus the sine of pi over 2 minus u times the sine of v. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good here. So then we will use one more of these cofunction identities. We'll use that the sine of pi over 2 minus theta equals the cosine of theta. So we're gonna use both of those cofunctions, and we're gonna say that this first one is the sine of u times the cosine of v. And then we're going to add we're going to make the sine of pi over 2 minus u, we're going to make that the cosine of u times the sine of v. And that ends up being what we need. It turns out that we don't need the even and odds. But then our final answer is the sine of u plus v equals sine of u times cosine of v plus cosine of u times the sine of v.